Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus the Sage. Today we have another pick a card or pick a deck reading, and today's reading is going to be the answer to your question. So we're going to look into, the cards have already been shuffled, meditated on, and gathered for you. So you can look at answering this question as in yes, no, maybe, yes, no, in between. That's kind of how I'm doing it. It can be past energies, present, and then future energies. I'm going to let the reading do what it needs to do, and it'll tell me how to respond. But an overall energy of a yes, no, or maybe, or not right now, or something in between. And then we will see if we need any extra clarifiers, and we will go from there. So our first deck we have is the traditional Rider-Waite, but a rendition of. The second deck we have is the Light Seers Tarot. And the third deck we have is the Wild Unknown Tarot. So if any of these decks are pulling to you more today, then pick that pile and we will see what Spirit has for answers to your question. Sending you so much love. I'll see you at your choice. Welcome, my deck one. We're going to spread out your cards first, and then we will get into your spread. Okay, my pile one, apologies for the glare. Okay, so let's get into your spread. Is it a yes, no, maybe? We're going to start with this energy over here first. We have choices, Kelowna. Spirit is saying to me, it's not up to us to make this decision for you. You have a choice which way you'd like to go. Ultimately, it's up to you. It's all going to depend on what you choose and how you choose to respond to that choice. Meaning your actions, like how you choose to act on that choice. Spirit, for some reason, is saying, please keep leaning towards the light. Allow yourself to release the darkness or the shadows that attach to you in moments of emotional despair. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to add to these choices. The Chariot. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And the Six of Swords. It's bringing me back still to that movement and that action that I was talking about wanting to rein in what it is that you need to do for yourself. Again, letting go of those shadows that may attach to you, that make you respond in ways that are not so helpful for your future, or that make you run away from particular problems. They're also saying that it might be time for you to step away from things that have not been working. Again, the shadow aspects of your life, or whatever this question is about. It feels, just off of this energy here, it's like a should I stay or should I go energy. That's the energy that I'm getting first. And Spirit is saying it's ultimately up to you. They feel that you should remove yourself from toxic energies and or energies that are overly draining you and not feeding into you at all either. Spirit is nudging or pushing more strongly towards movement as opposed to stagnation or staying still. It feels like you're not resisting because the choice hasn't been made. That's the reason why it doesn't feel clear. But Spirit wants you to keep moving. Okay. Take care of your body. Don't do anything to excess. Your body is your temple. And that's again talking about choices, about what's going to make you healthy, or excuse me, what's going to make you feel healthy. What is the healthiest choice for you? Mind, body, and spirit. What does that look like for you? Take care of your own needs. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to add. Yeah, the Tower. Three of Wands. And the Five of Wands. Again, it's just echoing back to the same thing. It feels like it's very combative and turbulent where you are presently, currently. Spirit is bringing in this eruption of sorts, combative energies, for you to be able to, or excuse me, to help push you, it feels like, in the direction of movement, in the direction of action, in the direction of moving forward, stepping forward, letting go, moving ahead, releasing the competition, knowing exactly where one is going, in the sense of energy, meaning like I don't want to be around this energy anymore, so whatever I have to do to step away from it is where I'm going, regardless of having a particular destination, metaphorical or physical. So right off the bat, excuse me, from these two energies here, what I'm getting here, the answer to your question, if it's asking about should I do this, if it has anything to do with movement, moving away from something or going towards something, it is saying yes, do that. If you're talking about staying somewhere or staying still or keeping place or keeping in place, it is saying it's going to feel very turbulent and very rocky. But ultimately, the choice is yours. Okay. Wow, how long have I been talking about action? It's interesting that you have on this card here the black and white feathers or wings and the black and white horse here. Again, that duality within self about making the choice, but making the choice to choose the light. Again, lean towards that light, you know, and release or let go of the shadow aspect. There's much to be gained by you moving forward, by stepping away from this energy. So yes, move, go. Take action. Wow. The Lovers. Two of Wands in the reverse. And Strength. Absolutely. Take action towards the plan that suits you the best, that is the healthiest plan for you, and gain that strength over whatever might be holding you back or keeping you feeling like you cannot move or hesitating in your actions is not necessary. The plan has already been set technically in your spirit. Like, go. You know, like towards whatever is more satisfying, loving, fulfilling, excuse me, reciprocal. The choice to move into action is yours. The healthiest choice for you is exactly that. Do what makes you feel the best without this combative energy. Sorry, I'll try and get some of that away. So what I'm seeing from Spirit is a yes, like I said, if it's to move, if it's to stay still, not the best decision, or it's just going to be really difficult for you. So let's get some closing messages. Ooh, that was not satisfying. Let's get some closing messages for you and some guidance. Per section, we'll take 3. First one out. Fierce serenity. Yep, surrender to what you know. And the choice is yours. But surrender to what you know is going to be the best decision for your health, for your well-being, for your soul, for your body, for your mind. Bliss is worth creating from, exactly. Creating the bliss within yourself, like we talked about, what is going to be the healthiest decision and choice for you to remove yourself from these combative energies. And then overthinking can spoil the magic. There it is. Take action. Just go. Like, there's no need to overthink. Like I said, the plan's already been set. There's no need for it. So just continue. Start on this double zero journey of, again, this new set of manifestation tools. An awakening of truly loving yourself. That's freaking awesome. Maybe I'll put this in front of you here since the light's a bit. That's it. you here. So my collective of pile 1, yes, if you want to move forward, that is your answer. Difficult if you're going to stay put. There is no real in-between for you. The in-between is going to be still sort of this combative energy. So my suggestion, spirit suggestion, your higher self suggestion for you is to keep moving, move forward, get away from whatever is holding you or keeping you in this lower vibrational resistance to self. Okay, my collective of pile 1, I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you the most amount of love, and if this was helpful in any way, please leave a like. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my collective of pile 2 who chose the Light Seers Tarot. We're going to spread out your cards first. Okay, my collective of pile 2. So we are going to start on this side over here and see what they have to say. Fulfillment. Well, that feels like at first off, energy is a definite yes. Feels like a fulfillment of goals, a satiation of the appetite when it comes to any type of appetite in life. A richness, a beauty, a smoothness to something. So, yes. Let's see what the tarot has. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. 7 of Cups. And 2 of Wands in the reverse. What I'm getting here, it's like one goal in particular has been fulfilled, and now you're on to next. Like, okay, I've got this now. Now I can go on to this next step. It doesn't feel like an underappreciation of where you are either, because I would normally I would suggest that might be a part of what you need to look at, but this doesn't feel like that energy. It feels like, for lack of a better example, it feels like somebody who has done the work on themselves, has a financial stability in some regard, feels very comfortable in who they are, and now is finally looking for the partner for long term. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like, what are my options now? This is my plan. This is what I have now. It's something a little bit more solidified within the self is what I'm getting. Interesting. Okay. So let's see what this has to add. Even if dark-souled entities are in your own family, know that you can divorce yourself from them. I'm still feeling a yes, and it's bringing me to satisfying or the satiation of what your own personal appetites are. So even if it's that, again, this doesn't have to be the example that I gave, but even if it's similar, if we're going back to the example that I gave of being solid in self, now looking for that partner, this can also be about what you had to let go of prior for you to even get to this level, you know, of regardless of who might be the naysayers in your life or thinking that your way of doing it, that's what it is, they said, your way of doing it isn't the way. For example, they're saying traditionally they want you to be married, have babies, be married, get a home, have babies, etc., 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 follow in suit. And I feel like you went the career route, probably are going to have, if you want children, or if this applies, give it for the example, you would be having kids in your later years than in the traditional time frame that is acceptable or presumed should be what every female or adult that wants children should want at that time. I don't know. It's weird for me too. So that's the energy that I'm getting first. Let's see what the tarot has to add. Yeah. Speaking of family, 10 of Cups. So there's probably, before I say anything, sorry. Yeah. 9 of Swords, yeah. Like, you did something different from family. You can also love different from family. It may not be the traditional way of partnering is what you prefer. And it created a lot of heartache and strife in your past or in your life in general. And now I feel like you've leveled up in the sense, again, about your full autonomy. Now no longer being as affected by the darker souled entities in your family or not. or in your surroundings, I should say. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Still slightly weary to step forward fully. Excuse me. Oh, step away fully from this energy. That's what they said. And also, like, you can't really disconnect. Like, your blood is blood. You know what I mean? But there is a healthier way for you to live your life more authentically and more full and more lovingly than it has been. And I feel like there might be a want to try and convince the people who might be of this energy that your way is still sound and loving, but it's not really your job to do that for them. You need to satisfy you, and I think you have, is what I'm getting at. But it doesn't mean that this doesn't come into your head every once in a while and pop into, like, damn, I wish this was different. Okay, let's see this. Patience. Well, that's nice. I'm getting two energies. I'm getting that you showed a lot of patience to these energies, and to have patience with attracting or solidifying your full vision of your life. There is going to be a turnaround from particular family members, is what they said, and maybe one or two only. But you are rebuilding your family in a sense. You are rewriting your legacy. Ooh, that's lovely. Let's see what this says. 8 of Wands. Yeah, you are. The Emperor. Frigga. And 4 of Wands. You find it, my friend. You find it. Just have a little bit more patience, because when this comes in, it's coming in quick. Coming in hot. It's like a fajita. So I am telling you, this is, again, the energy coming in can be a heavy Aries energy or a fire sign in particular, since you have Wands here and the Emperor. That celebration, that marriage card, that reunion, the speed and communication with the 8 of Wands, I guess I'm getting a sense of nobility and stature and posture specifically with this energy coming in. So I feel like it's have patience for the right energy to come into your life, and to have patience with the energies of family or close people, or that were close to you, for some of them to come around for this celebration of love. Like, that's what I really am feeling. So your answer to your question, I feel, is still a yes. It feels more relationship, connection based, and self-realization. So it's almost like, have I completed this lesson? Have I leveled up? Will I meet somebody soon? You know, like those kind of questions, it's a yes. Patience, step away from the naysayers and the energy of people that are not helpful to the energy that you want. Again, plans have already been set, choices have already been made. There may be a little bit of confusion as to what it is that you specifically want, but that might be why patience is needed and a little bit more time, you know, to really solidify or clarify the plan, even though something has already been established. So yes, but not yet. That's the energy. Beautiful. Okay, to close off your messages, we're going to take 3 of these bad boys on each section. Sorry, 1 for each section. 3 cards in total. How fitting. Almost the colors match too. I love that. The good kind. Yes. The good kind of fulfillment, the good kind of love, the good kind of choices for yourself. The good kind. I love that. Then it says, move beyond intention to believe. That is correct. That's what you're doing, though, you know, beyond the intention of needing to please or satisfy particular people over yourself, you know. So they're also bringing me back to always being the good one, or the good girl, or the good person. They said good girl specifically, so that might be for specifically for my female energies growing up. Interesting. And then we have Awesome. Sacred mirrors. Like, talk about a twin soul or soulmate connection, you know? Have patience for this to come in, because it's coming. Master number 33. So move beyond your intentions to the belief. Step out of this. Your intentions are pure. You know what you want, and you did it still with consideration for others. But now you need to just consider yourself for the time being when it comes to this love energy, if this is resonating with you. So it's a yes, but not right now. Oh, my beautiful collective of pile 2. I hope that was helpful and gave you some insight or some useful tools to have some more confidence stepping forward. If it was helpful in any way, please leave a like. I am sending you the most amount of love. Until next time, this is Lotus. Ciao. Welcome my deck 3, my pile 3, who chose the Wild Unknown. We're going to spread out your cards and see what answers we get. Okay, beauties. We're going to start on this side. Excuse me, we're going to start on this column over here first. Deception. I'm hearing a no first, but it's a blessing in disguise. It may not even be in disguise, what they just said. I'm feeling the energy of dodging a bullet. They're giving me the phrase, stepping through the fire unscathed. And they said, you're coming out fierce. Because it's like, it's that sort of mystical anger. I don't know if this makes sense to you. But when I feel that I love fantasy. So when I see those depictions of beings that have magical properties or powers, and they get into battle stance, right? Or into battle mode. It's not this like anger and aggression that you're fighting like our wars here, where it's just gruesome and death. Whatever. I hope this makes sense. But it's sort of like using one's skill in a fierce way that could destroy, but you choose not to. Like, you temper back how much you could light fire to things, and you just, it's the best way I could put it. Instead of maiming someone so bad that it's life or death, you give them enough scarring. Oh my God, this is horrible. Excuse me, forgive me. You give them enough scarring that they do not forget, and they don't come back after you again. It's that kind of energy. I hope that analogy made sense. I'm not promoting any sort of vengeful practice here. I just feel like I'm just trying to describe to you like the fierceness I see in your own power. And when people come at you deceitful because you came at them genuine to give them the benefit of the doubt is what I'm getting at, or what I'm feeling, I should say. That you're like, oh, you actually wanted to go against me for what? Like, I was on your side, now you've created an enemy. You know, in a sense. That's interesting. Wow. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to add. Yep. Look at that. 5 of Pentacles. The Moon in reverse. The Star. Exactly the energy that I was picking up. You want to come F with me. I will show you my true colors. If you really want me to bring up my shadow side to the top, I will let that shine. I will let that shine. I will show you. You want to be this deceitful. But you walk through it unscathed because of your own power. Because you know better. Because you didn't lower your vibration to entertain the deceit. If your question was roughly around the scope of, did I respond the right way? Did I do the right thing? Was that the right thing for you to do? I would say, yes, you did the right thing. No, they're not going to be better. That's what I'm hearing. Woo, let's continue. It says, to keep yourself from becoming an empath, that is, absorbing the pain of others, keep mirrors around you that deflect negativity. How perfect. Like I said, knowing your power and your worth and your strength, and that sorcery energy I was getting. Like, keep mirrors around you and deflect negativity. So again, I feel like you are that. You have like a sort of a barrier of mirrors around you that is just like, you want this back on you? Like, you want to get this karma back to you? Okay. You know? Because you don't know who you tried to F with. That's the energy that I'm getting. Oh my God, I love it. The Hierophant in reverse. Ooh, the Sun in reverse. You know what I'm hearing too? Like, again, with the Sorcerer energy and that Hierophant of being unconventional, but having a plethora of knowledge and understanding of the way things work. You know, and knowing when to dim the light and when to shine, but regardless, you're always shining. And again, speaking of that reflection, like, it's just going to repel off of me. So the more that you do this to me, the harder it's going to be for them. And you don't literally have to do anything. It is just your power and your essence and your energy. Daughter of Swords. In the reverse. I ain't coming at you hasty and young. I have plenty of things and tricks up my sleeve and ideas and things that I could do to this, but what I'm doing is choosing to reserve my energy, protect my energy. And all I have to do is show the reflection back at you. It's like getting blinded by their own deceit. Woo! Walking through unscathed. Get it, Pal 3. I love this. The Thinking Man. Yep. I feel this is you, my viewer. Like, it's almost like this is what I'm getting. They can't one-up you. That's what I'm getting. It's like, people have tried to manipulate you and whatever the case is, and even if they feel like they've succeeded, they didn't. Because you already saw through the facade. You saw through saw through their actions on how they were trying to deceive you. But again, you were walking through unscathed, being like, I chose to let you play this out. Don't forget that. We're both in this here. You're not the only one in control or have power. That's the energy I'm getting with this Thinking Man. This is so interesting. Yep. 9 of Pentacles, own autonomy, authority, confidence, surety. Yep. 5 of Wands in the reverse. I ain't fighting with you. I don't even need to fight with you. We are not on the same level, my friend. So stop pretending. This Magician in reverse again. If you think this is so interesting, it's not petty though, and normally I would feel like this is like a sort of petty. This is sort of like a lesson. It's like how it's an abusing of a situation. That's what it is. And you're like, if you think that I can't be as manipulative or as deceitful or as cunning as you are mistaken. I have just chosen to step into the light and be living from the light as opposed to absorbing all of your negativity and then responding as such. So you acted correctly is what I'm getting. If you're wondering if you should retaliate, don't. Your energy is already doing the work because your frequency is at a different place than this person or thing that has been deceitful, has been misleading, has been manipulative. This is so interesting. Also, if you were wondering if you had been deceived or lied to, yeah, you have. You know, so like it just depends on what type of question you ask, but the general energy around it is about people or a person, or it feels more like a dynamic as opposed to it being specific about a romantic relationship. If you're looking for romance, I would say go to Pile 2. I think there was roughly something in there about that. But there is definitely an energy of you good. Like you did you right. The major arcana that are coming out are heavy hitters for me, like the Star, the Moon, the Sun, you know, and the Magician. They're heavy. The Hierophants, yes, but I mean, when it comes to the energies, for me, it's like, these ones are overpowering. Because the Hierophant comes into the earthly realm a little bit more for me. So, yeah, wow, okay, let's close it off here with these messages. Some guidance. Moving forward. We're going to take 3, 1 for each column. Okay. All right, this came out also for pile 2. Bliss is worth creating from, for, from. Yeah, again, you would rather create out of bliss, harmony, happiness, but if you want me to create fire for you, I can. I'm just choosing not to. Again, there is a maturity in your own spirituality, in your own actual physical responses. You a G, my friend. Speaking of love, hey, collaborations of souls. This is kind of like the Lover's card in this particular deck. And this collaboration of souls is your energy. It's like, I was willing to be this and this and this for you, and you chose still to be a shitty reflection back at me. You know? So now, if that's the case, I'm going to collaborate now with better souls, or clear up my boundaries around me with the people who interact with me the most. And also, some of these collaborations of souls that you have had in the past are particularly this energy that has been absorbing your light and shooting out negativity. And I think that's partially why this sun is in the reverse. But again, this is not lack of your power. This is a choice made because it's like you know better. It's like the student and the child, or the student and the teacher. You know, it's like they have to go through a particular lesson, and you were just gracious enough for them to go through that lesson with you. But then in the end, they ended up retaliating on you. It's like they shot the messenger, technically. And then we have soul on fire, absolutely. And I'm getting like this heated fire like this, and integrating your knowing. Yeah, about knowing when alone time is needed, about knowing who oneself is, about when to detach from these energies also, and about using your fire in the best way with integrity, using your passions and your force. And that's what you've done. So don't lower your vibration. Your past supports your future. And that's it. Don't lower your vibration for these energies so that you feed into what they're wanting from you, which is to bring you down, to dim your light, to be less assertive, less direct, less focused, less smart even. It's almost like they just wanted to get one over on you. They're petty, not you. You've responded in the most respectful, mature, and evolved way that you could have for this type of energy that I'm feeling, because I'm agitated, and I'm a person who cuts with words. So I would have a whole bunch of words for these people or person right now. And you did it so well, my beauty. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. That's not easy to do. Good job. Spirit's super happy for that. I'm sending you the most amount of love. If this was helpful in any way, please leave a like. Until next time, I hope to see you again. Ciao.